Welcome back everybody to Boats vs. Haulover, where me and the machine take on Mother Nature, usually down at Haulover Inlet, but today we are on a field trip and we are visiting Boca Inlet. It's going to be an interesting day. We've got a nice tight chop, which is going to make for some interesting situations as our captains try and navigate their way through Boca. But let's go ahead and get this 5-round competition started and see who will be victorious, the Boats or Boca Inlet. Our first contestant to come in doing battle with Boca is going to go big or go home. That's right, if you want to do battle with these inlets and really kind of guarantee yourself a win, well, you just need to go ahead and get yourself a big enough boat to handle it, kind of like this Hydra Sports we see coming through Boca Inlet here. Here, these guys got the throttle down, and even though, once again, it's kind of a big day with a tight chop, this boat, even with these following seas, is having no real issues and is just going to pound its way straight into Boca Inlet and pound its way into taking a win for the boats here in the first round. Our contestant in the second round is going to take a much different approach as they're going to come rolling through Boca Inlet in a much smaller single-engine cobia, and of course he's got wifey on board. And the big trick to boating with a family or boating with your wife is keeping wifey happy, but she looks a little confused already. She's hanging on for dear life to her hat and keeps looking back out the inlet like, why are we going out here? And bam, they go big. And wifey says, forget the hat, we're going to double fist and hang on with both hands now. I have a feeling this is a pretty rough ride. Wifey's probably not happy, and my man's going to hear about this one later. Even though they make it out the inlet safely, I'm going to go ahead and give this round to Boca for those reasons. Our third round contestant is going to show you that even on a rough day, you can come running hard through Boca once again if you've got the right tools for the job. And here we got a Conch 33 making their way into Boca Inlet. Here this crew's got the throttles down and they're letting this Conch 33 do the work as they try and enter the inlet. Here you can tell they've got it running just about at the right pace. I know some people disagree with this when you're coming into an inlet and they feel like you just need to jump on the back of a wave and ride it in, but if you've got the right vessel and the right horsepower behind you, you absolutely can still do exactly like these guys are doing and blast your way right in through the inlet. For the most part, this crew is going to have a pretty solid ride coming into Boca and should take an easy win for the boats as they make their way through. Now, I know people sometimes say you need to take it easy coming through the inlet, but there are some incidents that can happen if you go a little too slow, kind of like what we're going to see right here. This crew's going a little slow, and the wave behind them is going to try and overtake them, and this crew's almost going to get this boat sideways. Here you can tell they kind of go into panic mode a little bit. They do have all the weight on the other side as well, which is not helping. They're going to quickly come back, though, readjust some weight, but I'll tell you what, I bet my man behind the helm kind of soiled his pants a little bit on that one, because that is a scary feeling. If you've never felt that situation when you're coming into an inlet and a wave comes up from behind you and starts to push you, you kind of lose control of the boat for a few moments, and it is a scary situation. It only takes that happening to you once before you actually start to look for it every time you come into an inlet. And right here, even though they make it safely in, the scare is going to have them pushing on the edge, and I'm going to go ahead and give this round to Boca. And let's see if our 5th round contestant can bring it home as we come into the 5th round, tied at 2 apiece. And who will take the win this week? Will it be the Boats or Boca Inlet? And things don't look good for Boca. That's right, we've got a Freeman, an actual inlet killer, on its way into the inlet. And these big cats, of course, are notorious for killing inlets. These things right here basically can come plowing their way through the inlet in even the roughest conditions. And today's not quite firing as hard as it would need to be to take this boat down. I'm pretty sure this boat's going to make easy work of Boca and take an easy win for the boat here in the 5th round, and that's going to give the boats the win in this episode. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed this episode of Boats vs. Haulover. If you did, please check out our other content. We have Wavy Boats, who gets all these great images down at Haulover and Boca Inlet. My channel, Broncos Guru, we do some great comedy boating videos over there as well. And of course, we've got the Miami Boat Ramps channel that focuses on all the hilarity that happens at the boat ramps in South Florida. And if you guys haven't already, go ahead and drop an anchor on the subscribe button here.